Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. Today is the week of February.
September, a new month we're inventing.
February 6th, 2022. My name is Ivan, and with me here today is my great friend,
Skylar.
who has just invented a new month. Would you care to tell us about your new month?
Yes, it's September. Every day is a holiday.
Oh, dude, I saw a meme about this the other day.
Yeah. That actually sounds like a nightmare.
Why?
Because every day you have to celebrate something, and in order to... a lot of work goes into celebrating stuff, right? Like, in order to celebrate a birthday, you have to, plant, lowest amount of effort, you at least have to get somebody a gift.
Yeah.
Now imagine having to do that for 31 days. And it's not always gonna be like giving somebody a gift. Like they're not all Christmases. Yeah. But a St. Patrick's Day is gonna get thrown in there. Oh. You've got a Valentine's Day. There's probably gonna be there's probably gonna be 4 different Valentine's Days. There's gonna be one where you have to dress up. There's 2 different Halloweens. There's one for spooky, and then there's one for cosplay.
Yeah.
And those are just there's no middle ground of effort. You either look amazing or you don't look like you put no effort into it.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. This does sound like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Way too much planning. You can't just have a party every single day. You gotta go to work to some days in September, right?
That's the problem. Because it's a whole month, you do definitely still have to go to work. And and different workplaces celebrate a different amount of the holidays in the month. When I worked at Fremulon Incorporated, they were like, all right, so we're going to celebrate the middle 2 weeks. But then I go to work for this other company, and they celebrate the first half of the second and the last week of the month. You get different days off, and it's
fucking nightmares.
I love putting myself inside my own hell.
Would you like to move on to today's card of the day?
I would love to.
Today's card of the day is Cure the Crashing Wave Emblem.
Oh my god.
It is an emblem.
This cannot be the card of the day. This is the card.
Type Kiora. And it says the beginning of your end step, create a 9/9 blue Kraken creature token.
Oh my god, this is the Kiora from the dual decks.
Yes.
I remember buying these dual decks. Oh my god. You remember that weird little bit of drama that went into getting those dual decks?
Yes.
That was... wow. These memories are resurfacing.
Yeah. This is the Kiora from the dual deck, Kiora Crashing Wave.
Yeah. What was the Elspeth out of that?
Elspeth Sun's Champion, the 6-mana one that...
oh, that's insane?
Yeah.
It's in the cube?
Yeah.
And wins you the game when you play it?
6-mana one that goes +1, make a bunch of dudes, +1, make a bunch of dudes, +1, make a bunch of dudes. Or if your opponent has something with trample, it has -3, destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Cheapers.
Anyways, Scryfall is offline for maintenance? Okay.
Yeah. So guess what? We're just stuck with this emblem.
We're just stuck with this emblem.
Nice work. Alright, so the art on this emblem looks dope.
So the card that makes it is Kiora the Crashing Wave. It costs 2 UG.
Well, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's a legendary Planeswalker type Kiora. It has +1, target permanent, deals and receives no combat damage until the beginning of your next turn.
Wow, that's so bad.
-1, draw a card. You may play an additional land on the next of your turns. And I think the ultimate's cool. A -5, and it starts at 2.
Oh, this Planeswalker's horrible.
This
Planeswalker's so bad.
Okay. Middling. Kind of protects itself. Kind of draws cards.
I play Kiora, the Crashing Wet Shock. What?
Well, no, you get priority with your Kiora.
Oh, sure. And I'll +1 to make your creature not deal any combat shock.
Oh, bolt.
Okay.
It needs to be a bolt.
It needs to be a bolt?
Yeah, because it'll be at 2 and then go up to 3.
Oh, go up to 3.
As a part of the cost of activating the ability.
Fine, bolt. Or one of the 1,000 number of like 2-mana spells that deal 3 damage.
Yeah, Searing Spear, Incinerate, Searing Spear.
You said Searing Spear twice, so
I can't remember any of the other ones.
Wow,
Lightning Strike. That's one of them.
Okay.
Also, Lightning Strike in the same set as this card.
There you go. Wow, that's miserable. I love to play 4 mana. Target creature deals no combat damage this turn.
And your opponent discards a card and pays 2 mana?
I'm
just saying, it's got more to it than just the thing it does when it enters the battlefield. Good Planeswalker's gonna have low starting line.
This is not one of them.
I'm trying to think about what other ones have low starting line.
Liliana?
Yeah, Liliana Vest starts at 3, but so does Ren at 6.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I guess 3 is kind of high.
Yeah, Ren at 6 starts at 3. There's not
is there
a lot
a
of
Tybalt
twos.
that starts at 2?
Yeah, the original Tybalt starts at 2, but that doesn't matter.
That's a bad example.
He costs 2 mana, and also
Does
his
nothing.
+1 is Concede. Concede the game, and his next ability is a -4. So, and he starts at 2 loyalty.
Oh my god!
Yep. Just like -4 isn't even like that good. Anyways, that's Cure the Crushing Wave. Do you want to talk about the drama we had surrounding those dual decks?
Yeah, kind of, because I'm trying to dig up the memories, and from what I remember, we went to Walmart with that group of friends, right?
Yeah,
that existed back then.
Yeah.
And then me and one of the friends were going to go in on, was it I buy the dual decks and then I still keep the both of them, but like me and the other friend play with them?
I think what happened was that you were like, yeah, we can both spend, here, I'll buy the dual deck, and then you can give me $10, and then you can keep the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not because they didn't have any cash on them at the moment.
Yeah, because they didn't have any cash on
Okay.
them about it. And then they never gave you the $10 and took the Elspeth deck.
Yeah, they took the Elspeth deck, and then I was like, and then when I asked for my $10, it was a really strange situation.
Yeah.
It was like, they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Or I already gave you the $10. And rather than make it into a scene, I remember that I tried to just be like, okay, fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gotten that $10 back or gotten the Elspeth back.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I don't know how much the Elspeth costs, and I'll never be able to check because Scryfall is down for about 20 minutes, so I'll never be able to check the price of a Magic card ever again.
Yeah, definitely. Scryfall is the only resource you could possibly use to check the price of a Magic card.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't just know it off the top of your head, to be honest with you.
Well,
this is the guy who was just like naming the sets in order to me the other night. Like, what the fuck?
What do you mean the sets in order? I was naming the Ravnica sets in order. That's like not.
Yeah,
difficult.
and then you went off on the core sets.
Oh.
You just started naming the core sets in chronological order.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And corrected yourself. You were like, then this. Oh wait, nope, that's not right. That one's later. I need to go this one, this one. I don't even remember, like numbers 5 through like 11 that you told me.
Yeah. Well, 5 through 11 is 5th edition through 10th edition, and then at Magic 2010.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
but there were some like weird names in there. Like,
yeah, that card's worth like $10 now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was worth $10 then.
I don't think so. I think it was only worth like 2 because it was new. Sorry, what?
That card's busted.
Yeah.
That card is fucking crazy. Who thought that these two dual decks were any, like, equivalent power level?
I don't know. The Kiora one had Abundance in it, which is like a decent enchantment. I think the Kiora one had Abundance in it.
What's Abundance?
Whenever you would draw a card, choose non or non-land, and then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal the chosen thing and put it into your hand.
You just draw 2 cards every turn?
No.
Oh.
Whenever you would draw a card.
Oh.
So you get to choose what you draw, right?
A land or a non-land card.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really good. What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Huh.
Anyways, you want to push on through
so
to weekly work?
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll start. Since
I didn't go to work last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you use vacation for that?
No, I was sick. I was very sick.
Oh right, you got sick. Yeah, I forgot about that. So I've got Asshole Gambit pays off.
Ooh, I love Asshole Gambit.
So they go.
That's my favorite table game.
This story starts with me being like, "Do I get to go yet? Ah, damn it!" And the floor is like, "How about you go close that table in pit 1?" And I'm like, "All right."
Yeah.
Crack my knuckles. I get over there. It's a bunch of a group of rowdy boys. They're being rowdy and. They're doing like just dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Just like they think they're hilarious. They're doubling on weird numbers. They're like
16 never reads a face.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not hitting their 16s. They're like trying to help each other out, but with bad advice. And
always double your 13s.
Oh man, did I write enough to remember? Okay. What did I say? I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so a dude wins a really good side bet, right?
Yeah.
He like bets heavy on the side bet, gets a straight, gets a black chip, and then about 20 minutes later, he is like going to check change for that black chip, and I'm like, are you gonna, I thought you were gonna put that in your pocket. And his boys start laughing, and he's like, nah, whatever, man. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're just going to be here. You're just going to gamble it all anyways.
Yeah.
Which is something I actually said and meant to think in my brain.
Yeah.
And boy, did it go over great. They thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, this guy. Oh, and I'm like, yep. Whew, I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah.
So... My gambit for just being an asshole and having it be funny paid off.
Yeah, that's fair. So I went to craps class. We learned craps.
Tell me some craps facts.
Cool. Here's some craps facts. So you can so there's the pass line, and when you bet on the pass line, that's you betting on whether or not you're gonna win the game of craps, right?
Okay.
So there is a system in craps where you can start a new game of craps with every roll.
That's confusing.
Yes. So those are called combets. And then there's also, since the pass line has a don't pass bar, so you can bet against the shooter or yourself, there's don't combets, where you bet that the players, or that the shooter isn't going to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Are there any Ligma bets?
No.
Or Sugma?
No.
No Sugma bets?
Not yet. We haven't gotten to those.
Okay.
Anyways, so we are now doing odds on... So, like, there's odds for, like, if you win, and then if you win on an odds bet, you get paid, like, 6 to 5. Because that's the chances that you were going to win, right? Because there's 6 ways to roll a 7, and then 5 ways to roll the 6 or 8, right?
Yes.
So you get paid out that much.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're betting that they're not going to win, and then you bet odds on that, how much does that pay?
I don't know.
5 to 6. So for every 6 chips that you put out there, you get 5 back.
Wait. I'm sorry. And that's if you bet the don't come bet.
Yeah.
But you also bet that they roll a 6 or 8.
No, that's if you... So you can play odds on your bet.
Yeah.
Playing odds is... So odds is an even bet, so it's good for the player, right?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So playing odds...
Yeah.
Is just basically what everybody does.
Okay.
So you have a flat bet that'll always get paid even money, but odds gets paid on how likely it is to happen. So it's always an even bet.
Okay. But if you're betting them both.
So if you bet odds on the don't pass bet, whether you think the shooter's going to lose, you get paid
uneven money.
No. Well, yes, but all odds bets are uneven money.
Yes.
Okay, here, let's do this a different way. So you have a pass line bet, right?
Okay.
Your pass line bet is $10.
Okay.
So at the particular casino you work at, you can bet two times odds.
Okay.
Right? So you get a point of 8, right?
Sure.
And then you put out 20 odds.
Okay.
That's what you put behind the pass line bet.
Okay.
That will get paid 6 to 5. So you'll get $24.
Okay.
You can, if you win. Yes. If you roll the 8 before the 7.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there's another line in front of the pass line called the don't pass line.
Yes.
If you bet $10 on that, and then the point becomes 6 or 8, you put 20 odds down on that, right?
Okay.
And then you get paid
if they roll a 7.
If they roll a 7 before they roll the point. The point, yeah.
And that you get paid
6.
5 to 6.
Yeah, 5 to 6. For every 6 out there, you get 5.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Why would anyone bet that? Because it has an increased. Did you?
What?
Did you just lose money on that bet?
No.
Like, literally?
Well, no.
So you bet $20.
Yeah. And then you keep your 20, and you get.
Oh, okay.
Like $15.
Sorry, I am. So the reason I'm always confused whenever you're like, no, you keep your bet and also make the 5 to 6 odds.
Yeah.
That's because every time that you're like, oh, it wins this amount of money. So I played Yakuza 0, and in that game, you can bet on 2 fighters to win a match.
Yeah.
And if you bet on a fighter that's really likely to win, it pays out like half your bet.
Yeah.
So you put up the bet.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you put up 1,000,000 yen.
Yeah.
And then you bet on a fighter that's really likely to win.
Yeah.
So the odds are like it pays out like half.
Yeah.
Right? So it'll just pay out half your bet.
And not
the full bet plus half.
Yeah.
Which really confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that's weird. That shouldn't work like that.
Yeah, the reason it does that is because you can parlay the bet on their next fight, and then parlay it again for them to win the whole tournament.
Okay.
And then it always pays more than what you put in if they win the tournament.
Weird.
Yeah.
Exceptionally weird.
I don't know. I'd have to show you sometime.
Yeah.
Although I don't really want to.
Yeah.
Not because Yakuza 0 is uninteresting, but because the fighters you're betting on are women in scantily clad clothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not particularly. It sucks. Yeah. Unfortunately, an excellent way to make money in the game.
So one of the bets is 1 to 2 odds, which is really funny.
Yes.
So you bet $20, you'll win
$10.
$10. And that math isn't hard to do, so I really like the 4 and the 10 don't come odds. But
does anyone bet them?
Like sometimes, because it's technically better to bet that they're gonna lose.
Yeah, because 7 is the most likely outcome on the die.
Well, yeah, because of the kind of. So there's more to it than just the 7 stuff, right? Because on the first roll, a 7's actually a win.
Yes.
Yeah. So if they roll a 7 on the first roll, then you lose the money. But yeah,
I thought that you wouldn't put the bet out there until the point is made, and then you bet on odds.
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about the don't pass line, you have to put your bet before there's a point made.
Yeah. But the bet that pays 1 to 2 only pays 1 to 2 when there's already a point out, right?
No. Wait.
Oh.
So the don't come is like it's starting another game of craps, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like betting the don't pass, which you bet. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. You put your odds out after there's a point.
I'm glad that you're taking the class.
Yeah.
So you know these things.
Yeah.
Anyways,
well, the way you said it was weird.
Was weird because I'm not taking the class.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways,
I'm only basing it off of the one time that I played craps and the anecdotes that you have spoken about the game of craps.
Yeah.
And I guess the time I watched while I was in security. But
nice.
That doesn't really count.
So what's your next work story? Would you like to regale us of the fine times that...
This one's kind of a bummer. I just got stiffed on a dude colored up. So I'm in pit 1.
Yeah.
And
a pit I've never been to.
You are not missing out.
Wait, what do you mean I'm not missing out on 17 blackjack tables and a roulette table?
Yeah. I mean that you're not missing out. It's exactly like dealing at all of the other blackjack tables at 2 and 3.
Oh.
And actually it's more like dealing the tables in non-smoking because they're usually not very busy.
Yeah, and the air is dirtier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
sorry. I thought that was already established by saying it was not inside non-smoking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're right.
Anyways, I'm in pit 1. I'm just like a money factory.
Yeah.
And this dude gets on a streak, and he does really well.
Yeah.
Ends up coloring up for $700.
Oh fuck!
Started with
I wish I could do that in a casino.
Started with like $50.
Yeah.
And just like went
wipes
crazy.
The table with everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gets on a hot streak and like does the thing where you like double your bet, and then he like puts like 2 black chips out there, and just wins. I'm like,
naturally
sick. Yeah, cool. So I color him up for $700. He's got it's actually more than $700 because he also just got like 4 red chips and some white chips.
Yeah.
And he picks them all up and is like, "Hey, have a good one, man," and leaves.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and his buddy colors up for $250, and is like, "Later."
I don't get what's the story about.
I don't get tipped anything.
Well, yeah. No one's gonna tip you, man.
I know.
No one tips anybody.
It just feels bad.
I just never think about it. Just don't think about it.
That sounds like a happier life. But I am trying to be like personable and fun.
Yeah, but that's not going to affect how much you get tipped.
I know. But everyone tells me it does.
No, it doesn't. They're lying to you.
I know.
Because they want you to create a good experience for the people that you're serving. Don't worry. You don't need to get tipped. Everybody else gets tipped.
I know, but that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be like, wow, I made $25 in tips on that table? That's really a good day. Yeah. That's a good table.
Yeah, that's
and
a
other
good
people
table.
are like, oh yeah, I make on average like $100 a table.
100? Wait, really? No, that's got to be fiction. There's no way that's real.
Sure. That's what helps me sleep at night.
I think
Why do you think people would leave the casino we work at to go work at a card room?
There's
where they keep their own tips.
There's no way that they're making $100 a table. That's absolute fiction.
Yes.
I make like $100 a day in tips.
And yet we still somehow collect thousands of dollars in tips like every shift.
Well, yeah, because if everybody on your shift made $100 a day in tips, you would get thousands of dollars. So like a good day, right?
Sure.
We're getting $15 an hour, right?
Yeah.
So that means we go to 6 tables in 8 hours. So 15 times 8, that's a number, help me brain, 120 divided by 6, 40. So like $20 at a table.
Yeah.
So like $100 a day is like pretty much average in tips. Yeah. Now some days I get tipped like $1,000, But those are the days that I get put on the string with the quarter table on it, right? Like,
sure, yeah.
Yeah. It's all math. That's the crazy thing about everything in the world. It's all made up of numbers, and those numbers are done using math.
As somebody who went to school to be a math professor, I'm going to take your word for that.
Numbers, man.
Yeah, I know. You love them very much. Every facet of your life is about numbers.
That's not true.
When we were playing For the King, a turn-based RPG, you had the most fun when I asked you to calculate the EV of a fucking random encounter.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
you were like, give me 1
second.
second. I'm going to go get my paper, and you get a calculator, and we're going to figure out the EV of this.
Yeah. I mean, you need to make the optimal choice, don't you?
Yes.
Suboptimal choice. I just accidentally ripped a scab off.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Is this getting into the podcast?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. You should get a Band-Aid.
Probably.
I mean, at the very least, so it doesn't stain the inside of your pants.
Yeah.
You have any?
Somewhere. I'd have to go check in the restroom.
Oh my god.
But
So a while ago,
yeah.
I think I probably actually bought these, or Jess brought them when she moved in. We have these horrible Band-Aids, and the adhesive strips are just like not sticky enough, and they're every time I use one, I have to be like, oh, that's right, don't use these. These are awful, garbage. Get the actual brand name ones, because the adhesive is better. Because I feel that way. Maybe I'll need a terrible Band-Aid.
You're throwing them away one at a time.
I know. But I have yet to Marie Kondo them, okay? It just feels like a waste of money if I throw the whole thing away at once. Not if I go, ew, no, not this, and throw it in the garbage and then get a better one.
I mean, it's literally the same thing. You're just saving yourself time in the future.
I know. I know this. I'm agreeing with you that would be the most logical solution to this problem I've come up with myself.
Don't you approach everything completely logically?
No. I work at a casino. You think if I approached everything logically, I wouldn't fucking be in college?
You wouldn't be in college?
Wait. Yes. I'm not in college. I feel like college is like the optimal choice.
I don't think so. For example, I know a great place where you can make $30 an hour by not going to college.
At the very least, like a trade school.
Yeah. I mean, you did go to a trade school.
Is what we do a trade?
Yes.
What's a trade?
I don't know the dictionary definition, but we literally went to a school for our trade, so I'm pretty sure. No.
Oh my god, you can't just Google trade and get the definition of trade. I hate the timeline we're in. I fucking absolutely despise the timeline we're in.
A skilled job, typically one requiring manual skills and special training.
And then the example it gives is the fundamentals of the construction trade.
Yeah.
I guess it's a trade.
I mean, it literally is by definition
a trade. I know.
It is a skilled job, and
it's just
requires manual skills
suddenly
and special training.
Our job disappeared from the world. I don't think too many people would be upset.
I think the people who are most likely to get upset are the people who go to casinos. So I think that the people who are most upset in the world would be upset.
Yeah. I'd like that, to be honest.
Ban all casinos.
And yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
If and only if to just make people upset. That's all my job is anyways, right?
No, your job is to make them money. Or pretend
wild.
Or find them a way to
have
fun while they're losing money.
If our job was to get people to make money?
That'd be really funny.
If it was just like, okay, so we've hired you because people are so wildly stupid and don't understand how to play this game. So we've hired you essentially as teachers to like help them do as best as possible at this game.
Yeah. I can imagine this world.
And yet we still make money. It's a marvel.
I think it's really funny. Almost as funny as, yeah, give it to me in purples.
Oh, God. Ouch. That one hurt me to my core, man. Sick burn.
How do you want this $100? All of it purples.
Okay, done. Have a nice day.
Just drop the money.
Yes. Here are your purples. Goodbye.
Oh, I think I know the optimal strategy for this.
Oh, give them 5 stacks of white chips?
That'd be really funny, and I did make that joke earlier today during craft class talking to somebody about it.
Oh my
but
God.
No, I think I know the actual optimal strategy is just be like, 1 blackout.
Ow,
and then they're like, wait, why are you giving me a black chip? You're like, well, this is as close as I can get to a purple. That's what you asked for.
The customer is always right, and this is as close as you can be to being right. So here is your black chip. Good day, sir. Well, can I have red? I said good day, sir. Now, bet it or leave. I'm just speeding up the process.
Yeah. I do also like the strategy of take out 5 stacks of white, give it to them, and then never let them color up anything.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can I get at least some red shit? No. The monkey's paw pearls. I didn't even wish for this. You wish to be funny, and this is funny to me. It's funny to me. You've made me laugh. Now play your damn chips. Oh, what's that? I'm fired? Good day, sir. I'll be leaving forever.
For more white.
Oh, yeah, wait. I'll be leaving this table as soon as the cage accepts that we have a fill. Can I get 5 white to play my side bet? No. Which is my favorite answer. Because I look at the tray, I look at them, I look back at my tray, and I slide the red chip back to them and say, nope. And then give them a little time to process what they've just been told, and then continue dealing.
See, this reminds me of the other day. Someone was like, so you're sitting at like a closed game before you open it, right? And then someone walks up and is like, hey, is your game open yet? Anyways. So...
No, I just closed it.
So one of the dealers was talking about how they're standing there before the game can be open. And they're like, well, next time someone walks up to me and asks, I'm just going to be like, yeah, of course. And then start pulling on the locked lid and be like, oh, sorry, it won't open. To me, it's just like, well, they don't know what's going on. They don't work at the casino. They have no idea what the lid means. They don't like...
Well, to be fair.
Yeah.
If somebody is coming up to a game asking if it's open,
yeah,
it's likely that they've sat down at a table to gamble before.
Yeah.
So they know what an open table looks like. And with maybe 10 seconds of observation, there are multiple factors that could reveal to the person the table isn't open.
Yeah.
Factor number 1, there aren't any cards. There just aren't cards out on the table.
Yeah.
What are you to play with if you see no cards?
Yeah.
Are we just going to play mental blackjack?
Oh, look at that. You got a 5th 16 against my face in a row.
Hit it. Oh, bust. Stay. Oh, I had 20. Sorry. Oh, man. The actual casino in hell. Factor number 2, the lid is closed. This should be a huge warning sign. It's a giant piece of metal and plastic that covers the Monopoly money that they give you.
Yeah.
What do you gamble with if not that? Did you bring your own chips to sit down at this table to play with no cards?
Did you not?
I don't know, man. It's a dumb question.
It's a dumb question, and people are dumb. Anyways, we're going to go on our first break here. Everybody, please enjoy your wonderful ad while I go get a Band-Aid to fix my scab. Hello, everyone. Taking a break from the podcast to tell you all to subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/IvanTT. That's IVANTT. It's how you help support the podcast, how we get all of our stuff together, and you get a sick bonus in that all Patreons with the tier 2 or higher get a shout out. So quick shout out to Thunderbird145, who is our current tier 2 patron. Thank you, everyone, and back to the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. We're moving on to the game Gander.
Yeah.
Skylar.
Yes.
Let's talk about For the King. What do you think of the game? We've played it a little bit.
Yeah. I think it's a really cool cooperative experience. It affords a sort of like legacy board game style, like cooperative element.
Yeah.
It's the conceit of the game is you and 2 other players. You can play this with 1 to 3 people, which is strange. It's usually like either a 1 to 4 or like a 2 to 4, but I don't know why they made it 3 in For the King. But nonetheless, you and your 2 other party members are tasked with saving this fantasy land, and to do so, you have to travel hexes across this like
they're squares. Yeah,
are they squares?
Yeah, they're squares. No, they're hexes. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, thought I was losing my mind. You travel hexes across this overworld, and when you come across events, or combat encounters, you sort of solve everything by testing one of your 7 stats, which each has a number associated with it from like 1 to 100.
Yeah.
And then
that's your percent chance of succeeding that roll
at a given slot. Yeah. And so like multiple or some challenges or some weapon attacks will require you to roll multiple times, right? Yeah. So you'll have an 89% chance to hit on 1 slot, but you'll need to hit all 4 slots to do full damage, or to succeed at this task you've been given. And it's sort of like tests your ability to cooperate, share resources, and sort of like manage time. Yeah. Because while you are trying to save the like fantasy land, there's evil afoot.
Yeah, and Skylar tries to steal all of your gold.
That's not true. Oh my god. So, okay.
So every time someone kills an enemy, there's an option for the person who kills the enemy. First, they give out the gold.
No, it's not even kills an enemy. It's whoever deals the final blow in a combat encounter.
Yeah, they get the gold. So, there are 3 things you can do. You can either collect all the gold, or you can share the gold, or you can pass the gold to the other person.
And when it means share...
I've defeated like 7 different monsters and then shared the gold with Skylar, and the first monster Skylar defeats, he takes all the gold. Can you believe this, man?
Yes, I can believe this revisionist history you're writing.
No, it's what happened.
You have killed all 7 of those. You always deal the final blow in the encounters.
Yeah.
Because 1, you go faster, and 2, your weapon deals more damage than mine.
Yeah.
Which I have graciously assisted in getting you.
I mean, like, you were in the combat encounter where we defeated the monster that had the weapon I took on it.
And I had just purchased a way for us as a team to do more damage. So me to do more damage, right?
You to do more damage.
Which means I have spent all my gold. So you have 20 gold.
Well, I had spent all my gold, too, on items and stuff.
No, you had 20 gold. You did not spend all your gold.
Well, I wasn't able to spend all my gold because you wanted me to buy you the weapon and bring the weapon to you, and then you gave me the 20 gold.
Yes, so you could have spent your gold on something, but you didn't.
I bought something for you, and then afterwards you were like, "Oh, I'm
Here's
gonna take
a
all
gift?
the gold."
No! Oh my god, you're forgetting. So, I ask Ivan to purchase a wizard staff from the store. It is 20 gold. He has 20 gold, I have 20 gold. So, I tell Ivan, hey Ivan, if you buy this thing from me, I'll give you the 20 gold and you can give me the item. And he's like, okay. And there's some friendly bickering back and forth about how, like, oh, I'll just keep the scepter, thanks, bye. I don't even know how to use it. But no, this resolves. I receive the staff. Ivan receives the 20 gold that is rightfully his. I have essentially spent my 20 gold to receive this wizard staff through Ivan.
Yes.
We then go into a combat encounter. I was the one able to deal the final blow. So, 10 gold.
Yeah.
The award is 10 gold.
Which is the most amount of gold any monster has given us, yes.
No, that can't be true.
No, it was 100% true.
Was this after we've beaten the Bandit King?
No.
Okay. Sure. It's the most amount of gold that a monster has dropped.
Yes.
I have 0 gold. Ivan has 20 gold.
Yes, because I wasn't able to spend my 20 gold.
No, you weren't. You've been to like 3 cities. You could have spent your gold just fine.
No, it happened right after you handed me the rod, so I wasn't able to go back and get the stuff.
Did you even want anything there?
I didn't see. I spent all of my gold on your thing.
You could have said no. I want this thing. And then I could have gone to the city.
I wanted to be a good friend, and then you wanted to steal all the gold.
You wanted to be a good friend, and then you immediately punish me. Okay. So, the 10 gold reward pops up, and I'm like, oh, I have 0 gold. Ivan has 20 gold. I make the educated guess that because I have less gold, Ivan will be okay with me taking the 10 gold because I don't have any. This was the wrong decision. This ultimately was the wrong choice. I should not have taken that 10 gold. I should have shared it so that Ivan had 25 gold and I had 5.
Yeah, I was trying to save it for the boat.
Why? You don't even know if we need one.
Well, but it's a boat.
Yeah, and it's not going to help in any of our combat encounters.
Yeah.
So, what ensues is a vindictive grudge where he...
That lasts like 2 battles.
Yes. And then I have to get on my hands and knees and beg for your forgiveness.
That's not what happened. We're sitting in the chair the whole time. You're on your hands or your knees. What?
Yes, but it wouldn't resolve until I admitted that I was wrong and that I was sorry.
No, we came to a compromise, remember?
What was the compromise?
We needed to talk more about communication and why you took the 10 gold, but it was still right for you to take the 10 gold.
You did not say that.
That's what we said. That's
explicitly said I should never have taken the 10 gold in the first place.
And then I went back on that.
I don't remember this.
And then I passed you 14 gold, and then you didn't take it.
Because I thought we were supposed to always share the fucking gold!
But we talked about how Anyways, we ended playing with like 37 and 36 gold, so we're pretty even on gold now.
Yes. Game's pretty fun.
It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
I'm so glad. I'm so worried you would just like zone out and not want to play this ever again.
And the dungeon was really cool. Well, it helps that my character's way overpowered and yours does like 5 damage every attack.
Yeah, but now I can shock people, and shocking people seems like get actually fucked. Like, I never want to be shocked.
Oh,
like
yeah,
if one of us is ever under the shock ailment, we might as well just like flee the encounter.
Yeah. It's fucking wild, man. I really like the quest line and like the one like where it's just like, yeah, go to place A, and then you go to place A, and then it's like, cool. Now go to place B. And you just do that over and over again. I find it really fun because monsters like randomly spawn, and then you can like,
and you've got events. Yeah. And there is story, but you can just like skip all through it.
I also liked the target thing.
So we spent a solid like 12 minutes calculating the EV of this event, only to determine that it had positive EV, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's like a 0% chance I get -6 XP, like
a 25% chance you get like plus 12.
Yeah.
We
have the numbers right here.
Yeah, it's a 25% chance you get plus 12, a 40% chance you get plus 4, a 25% chance you get -3, a 7% chance you get -4, and a 1% chance you get -6.
Yes.
So the EV comes out to about 3.5 experience points every time you attempt the challenge.
Yeah, of course, when I attempt the challenge, I get -4 experience. The least likely outcome on the box.
Except for the -6, which was basically impossible.
I also couldn't lose 6 experience points. I only had 4.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
So, it's just...
That was a ton of fun. Also, I went in and I 100'd it. So.
Oh yeah, just like aced it, like easy, like 12, free 12 experience
free 12
points.
EXP.
Also, like wins every coin flip every single time. Just like, I'll just Of course, I also got a few. Like, I think there was one time I meant to use focus and was just.
Because it was a strength roll. If you had like 40 strength, and so you needed to get 2 strength. And it was like, oh yeah, you have like a 20% chance of doing this if you don't use any focus, a 40% chance of using it so focus makes you automatically succeed a roll.
Yeah, there's a resource called focus, and you can use it to just fill up and succeed a slot in certain tests.
Yeah,
and like weapon attacks and stuff. So I was going to use focus for just all of it. It would have cost me 2 focus. I had like 5. So I was like, yeah, I'll just burn this 2 focus and not like take the penalty of damage. But then I moved over to a different selection, which wiped out all the focus I went to use, then went back and misclicked and just do the challenge and just got lucky. Just got both.
Fucking aced it.
Yeah.
Fucking slammed that thing in the face.
Just destroyed that door.
Yeah. Better lucky than good.
Absolutely. Every time, man.
Every single time.
Yeah, For the King was good. There is a kind of similar game that I would want to play with you.
What's it called?
Wildermyth.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yes, it's very good.
Okay.
It's a little bit more story oriented, so it's sort of like procedurally generates a. I didn't post it on the Steam.
Okay, thing. You didn't send it to me. Okay,
yeah. Cool. I didn't send it to you, but it's like procedurally generates like an RPG story based on like what. Like you're doing in it, and it's just it's a little strange because you start out controlling like one person. Like you have to sort of like assign control of, because by the end of like a story you'll have 6 or 7 characters.
Yeah.
So playing between 2 people, you have to split those up differently. But the combat is a little more complicated because it's like what is it? Not Kingdom Hearts. Fuck. Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, where it's like grid-based combat.
Yeah. I was helping my significant other play Fire Emblem the other day.
Oh, that's funny.
And
wait, which Fire Emblem?
The Switch one. I got them for Christmas, so yeah.
Oh wow! Did you play it at all?
Technically, I helped them play a lot by being like, "Oh, that character's gonna die, so you should just send them to the back and stuff like that." Yeah.
So you were the strategist to the general.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where I was like, "Oh yeah, so never attack them first. Always attack them second, because then you have the initiative and you actually kill them."
Yes.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Because they accidentally entered an encounter that was like 2 levels above what they were.
Oof.
Yeah.
And there's like permadeath in that game.
Yeah, there's permadeath in that game. Well, there doesn't have to be, but course, my partner was like, "Well, you have to do permadeath."
That's the Fire
and
Emblem
then
experience,
reset
right?
every time a character died.
That's really funny.
Which I don't blame them. It wasn't like a story encounter at all. They just accidentally hit on a training thing that was like, oh, level 5 when they were level 3. And it was like, okay, well...
Guess I'll die.
Yeah, I guess 5 people will die. And they were having none of that. And...
Absolutely.
Did a ton of strategy in order to not have anybody die.
That's fair.
Yeah, there's also like a backup feature where like you can back up like any number of turns. You can only do it like so many times per combat.
Interesting.
Yeah. I presume it's so that, when you have the 97% chance to hit and kill the enemy, but if you fail, they kill your ally.
And you get the 3%, you can just be like, no.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's make that 97% chance a 99.9% chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like For the King. I'm glad they like 3 houses. Fire Emblem
3 houses? I don't think it's 3 houses. I think it's
Fates?
Oh no, it is 3 houses. Sorry, I was thinking Fates. Fates also has 3 houses in it.
Oh.
Fire Emblem Switch
title.
Yeah, 3 houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Gotcha.
Oh no, Fate says two kingdoms. My bad. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Never mind. Wait, no, it's Birthright, Conquest, and then there's a 3rd game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I don't remember what the 3rd game is, though. Fire Emblem Fates, 3rd game. It was like Platinum, like Diamond Pro Platinum.
Oh.
Revelation.
Oh, Revelation.
There it is.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Anyways. I played like 2 encounters in that one, and then I was like, I'm having the most fun in the world.
Oh,
the Switch game seems a lot more fun, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. Better graphics. I could tell what was going on.
Hmm.
Also, I wasn't playing, so I wasn't so upset when somebody died.
Yes. Fair enough. I mean, do you want me to just go into
Wolfenstrider McBiter?
No. I'll get the actual title so I don't, because this game is incredible.
I can just look it up in my brain. It's
Wolfstride.
Wolfstride.
Yes.
Oh, it's black and white.
Yes, this is a black and white, like...
My friend Nerdtron A just completed Monkey, which is complete chapter 2.
Yeah. It's
Collect all cats.
Yeah. So it's like a stylistic mech RPG.
Yeah.
You play as a group, like a trio of criminals who have inherited a mech from a friend who passed away recently, and you and your compatriots enter the mech super tournament.
Yeah.
And try to win a just truckload of money.
Yeah.
And the game takes place in 2 different phases. There's the like day-to-day phase in which you walk around, experience story, talk to people, and purchase upgrades for your mech and pilot.
Yeah.
And then there's the battle phase in which every like 2 to 3 to 4 days, you get into a fight with another mech. And the system is really cool. It's like 2 mechs. There are 7 spaces.
Yeah.
You can move in between those spaces. Some of those spaces give you attack bonuses. And if you have your mech if you have the opponent's mech against the wall, like you're in between them and the wall of the final space, you do like 15 extra bonus damage.
Nice.
Which is a pretty considerable amount.
Yeah.
And then it's just like turn-based combat. You have a certain amount of actions that you can do and a certain amount of moves that you can move across back and forth. And pretty like basic turn-based strategy kind of stuff. It just looks really gorgeous, and it's fully voice acted. Every line has been voice acted, including just the banter between the 2 pilots mid combat.
That's good.
No N, no EN. It's just Wolfstride.
Wolfstride, yeah.
The game is also $15.
Nice. I'll probably buy Rogue Tower first, just
because
I'm significantly more interested in a tower defense.
I am cool. Absolutely. I couldn't believe that this game showed up on my Steam recommended thing because I am really so good. Lucky.
Yeah.
So this game is it just revels in everything that it is. It feels like such a just project that the people who were involved in making it loved, and they just made the product they wanted and left it as is. Cool. Which means there's some of the stuff, not all of it always makes any sense. There's a character that I don't really like that can be a little strangely cringy. They're some of their curse words are censored. But they voice act the censorship noise. It's a little strange.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But oh man, it's got a little bit of that Persona life sim aspect.
Yeah, you can the art's kind of reminding me of River City Girls, which is a game I really like the look of.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
All the
Have you seen River City Girls?
Huh.
It's like a it's
like a beat 'em up, right?
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up. It's 2 players. I was gonna play it on the stream with you.
Hell yeah, we can do that sometime.
Yeah. So it's like pixel art fight beat 'em up,
Yeah, but a lot of the character portraits and outside of combat is all anime inspired art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I would say that Wolfstride has the exact same sort of artistic aspect.
Yeah.
Aside from the mech fights, which are animated and look fucking incredible. And it's got a little bit of that. The mechanics around it, the day-to-day has a little bit of that Persona, but not overwhelming. Persona's life sim is honestly really overwhelming. Yeah. There's too much to do.
It's like actual life where you're always oh, I want to do so many things. I want to go to the sushi restaurant.
Yeah, why can you only hang out with one friend? What the fuck? I want to hang out with all of them all the time. Why can I only hang out with Punk Girl? But I also want to hang out with Punk Boy. I want to hang out with all of us together all the time.
Why can't we have a punk out,
They're so great. Anyway, Persona's amazing. It's too long. Wolfstride might be too long. I don't know. I'm having a ton of fun with it.
Yeah. It's like the Yakuza thing, right? Where people keep telling you, isn't that game way too long? And then you're
I'm just
I don't know. I'm just playing it.
Yeah, and then I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, washed out kind of. But that's a game I could just Persona is weird because in Persona you get into a routine.
Yeah.
And in Yakuza you kind of just walk around and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can either go to point A and do the story objective, or you can go gamble or drink.
Yeah.
Or do karaoke or dance.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Pokemon, where no one tells you Pokemon is a long game, right?
Yeah.
But the amount of time you can spend playing a Pokemon game is so fucking high.
Yes.
There is a game corner in Heart Gold and Soul Silver where you play an actual game. It's not a slot machine. You play a fucking Voltorb flip. It's a weird it's like a nonogram, but also Minesweeper, and it's really interesting. And I spent 5 hours playing the mini game in the game of Pokemon one time.
Yeah,
it fucking just because it was fun. And I bought a Porygon or something. I don't know if you can buy Porygon in that game, but I was I have all these coins, might as well buy something.
Yeah, that's funny. Pokemon Legends of Arceus is kind of similar.
Yeah.
Because you can just
By the way, how is Pokemon Legends of Arceus?
Oh, dude.
I am planning on buying it soon.
I feel bad that I've stopped playing it in favor of Wolfstride, but holy shit. Every Pokemon game has to be this good now. I don't want to play a Pokemon game where I can't hide in the bushes and wait for that Starly to turn around so I can throw my Pokeball and try and get a back attack. And then if that fails, I have to throw my Pokeball with Pokemon in it before they turn around and try to attack me.
Yeah.
And then we get into a battle, and moves have styles now. So like, if a Pokemon has used a move enough, they can use it agile style, which makes them faster, or powerful style, which makes it stronger but slower. Ooh. And they also use up more power points.
Yeah.
So like, you have to manage that better now.
Wild.
Yeah, and they have different sizes. So like, one of the really early quests is like catching this dude, a large Buizel, and you can see him side by side, and one just actually looks bigger than the other.
Wow.
So like the sizes are all like modeled like realistically.
That's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, and then dude, it rules. And then like you can earn the trust of Pokemon to like use them as mounts.
Yeah.
Which is really just like progressing through the story.
Yeah.
But it's so sick to just like run around high speed, like looking for Pokemon, and you can spend just days just like hunting for, because the Pokedex is different, right? So the Pokedex isn't just like, you've caught this Pokemon, now you know everything about it. You have to like catch the Pokemon a certain amount of times, catch it with a backstrike, catch it unaware, watch it.
That's cool as fuck.
See it use moves. Like you have to see a Pokemon use Struggle Bug X amount of times. You have to see a Pokemon. You have to,
because you're making the Pokedex.
Yes, it's
for reals.
Yes, it's in canon the first Pokedex.
Nice.
Also, the setting owns it's like early modern Japan, like Britain. It's got a little bit of like Britain architecture, but it's still like all the like normal houses are still like super old style Japanese like wooden houses with like little mats on the ground that you sleep on.
I can't wait to get paid and buy this game.
Dude, it's so sick. It's got crafting, which I don't know why I like crafting so much, but like
you like mining, you like crafting.
I like collecting the resources and then just being able to make just a stupid amount of one object. Just like, oh, I'm out of Pokeballs, guess I'll make 70 more. Because you can't really buy Pokeballs, because it's a little tougher for you to earn money, and I use all my money on the inventory upgrades.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that matters to me.
Yeah.
So, like, I just make all my Pokeballs.
Nice.
I don't know.
This sounds like a ton of fun.
The game owns. Every Pokemon game has to be this good now. I don't want any Pokemon game that comes out after this Pokemon game to be like normal, even like Pokemon. Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
I want to be able to like run around and like observe and like throw the Pokeball and catch it. Like being able to use motion controls to throw the Pokeball and catch. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It sounds so dorky, but it's so immersive and so cool.
Yeah.
And like different Pokemon live in different areas and pop out at different weather, or whether it's day or night.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that game. Oh, that game is so good.
Good to hear.
That's a game that mechanically is very good. Kind of lacks on the like story. It's a little interesting. Beginning's kind of slow.
Yeah.
Not to say that Wolfstride is like a game that isn't mechanically interesting.
I just realized probably the greatest thing I'll ever realize. This would be an excellent closing thought. Definitely gonna forget it.
Write it down. Or we can just like pause the podcast and we can record your closing thought now and splice it into the podcast at the end.
No, continue the game, Gander.
Okay. I want to talk more about Wolfstride because I love that game. The writing is so amazing. I just heard my favorite quote the other day. So a character shows up kind of like at the beginning of like chapter 2, who is Nebraska. She's like the main character. So the main character had a relationship that
in the middle of story 2?
No, chapter 2.
Oh. Wait.
It's like after you've.
I don't know. This seems too.
Oh, this is a spoiler.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Jeez, I want to play this on my stream.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
I am going to go back to streaming in whenever Craps Class ends.
Sick. That's good to hear. Oh fuck! But I also want you to play Everhood. God damn it. Everhood rule. Everhood.
Well, I need to finish Spyro first.
Oh yeah, you should probably do that.
I think that'll be the easiest and quickest one to finish. I think I was in the middle of like 4 games. I don't know how I'm ever gonna finish Celeste with like some emotional support, but you know.
Another good game.
Celeste is really good, but
you haven't beat Celeste?
No, I'm currently on the wave dashing part.
Oh, but you've beat like.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, most of the story.
I'm now on to the moon.
I see.
Yes.
But you've experienced. Sorry, when you said emotional support, I thought because you were talking about how the story is really good.
The story is very good.
Like how I probably needed emotional support to play. What's the game with all the folks that you help to the afterlife?
Spiritfarer.
Spiritfarer.
I can also play that on Steam now because it's complete.
Oh yeah, I should have played that with a therapist in the room. Because that game fucked me up.
That game fucking
amazing.
Beautiful.
That game, like, all time favorites, like top 5.
Apparently, there's an ending for the main character now.
Like an actual
ending for the main character.
I hope it's a little more satisfying.
I don't know.
I like how. So I kind of like how esoteric the ending is in the I guess the previous version, the first version. But it was not very satisfying.
Yeah. Well, with that, everybody, we're gonna take our last break.
Oh damn! I could talk about video games for till the end of time.
Well, it's a good thing that Game Gander
is a segment that does have to end eventually.
Well, sorry, it's a segment in our podcast that we're doing every week now. So, gander those games. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. What would you like to talk about in our last little segment here today, Skylar?
It's a good question, Ivan. Only there was a section of time dedicated between sections of the podcast where we could talk about this kind of stuff. Sort of like a pause or like some sort of like time out. But I see that we aren't afforded that. So we're just going back to the well, huh?
I mean, you didn't have anything you wanted to do, so I figured why not?
Well, yeah. I was in the middle of watching a video on break instead of talking about what we were going to talk about in the next segment of the podcast.
Am I the asshole for siding with my mom over my wife about cheese?
Am I a nihilist?
Why?
I don't care. The world is like the rainforest is on fire, and you're worried about whether or not it was correct for you to side with your mom or your wife over cheese. Like, our world is dying.
Okay.
And we are like a speck of dust in the universe, and nothing we do matters.
Okay, am I the asshole for telling my coworker I don't care when he complained about me smoking before work?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
You shouldn't smoke.
Okay, yeah.
Just period. It's like we have like mountains of scientific evidence that says you should not smoke.
Yeah.
It is bad for you, explicitly, and in all cases. Like,
okay, yeah. Secondhand smoke is also like that's a good reason to complain. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Am I the asshole for recommending to my girlfriend a book series that is not finished?
No, because it doesn't matter. Next.
Would I be the asshole?
Although, you know what? Hey, I figured out what I want to talk about.
What?
So webtoons, webcomics are a doomed media property.
Yes.
Every time that I find one, and I'm like, ooh, a burgeoning webcomic, I should crush that hope and, like, eject it into the farthest reaches of space.
Yes, like the traitor in Among Us.
Because the progress of a webcomic is just that they will start on a schedule, and then that schedule will waver when they suffer emotional or physical impairment, such as getting like hand cramps or just being not in the right like emotional space to cover the topic of their webcomic, and then they will deviate from that schedule to posting whenever they feel like.
Yeah.
and then the webcomic will die. It will go on to indefinite hiatus, never to return again.
Yes.
And while I empathize with wanting to start a creative project and then not having, not being in the correct, or not even correct, but not being in a good enough, like,
mind palace.
Sure. To like finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I empathize with that. But as a consumer
who consumes webcomic,
who consumes media, and would like to even
devour the webcomic. Yes, keep going. Why'd you stop?
Donate money on their Patreon. What I was gonna sort of finish that. Like as a consumer, as somebody who is consuming this product of media.
Yeah.
It is so wildly disappointing and annoying.
Have you donated to Patreons?
Yes.
And then they stopped making the comics?
Yes, actually.
And then the Patreon's still running or no?
No, Patreon shuts down.
Oh.
You just stop. But like...
That's annoying.
Yes. It's wildly upsetting. I loved Goodbye to Halos. And I really wanted that comic to flourish, but its author just needs therapy. Or at least that's what she makes all of her posts seem like. And
yeah. But like it's this person needs therapy, and that not that they're saying, "Oh, I should really go to therapy." It's that they're saying, I can't do this right now because mental problem X, and then next week it's mental problem Y, and then it's like next week mental problem Z, and then like they're never actually going to go to therapy, but you can tell that the thing that they need is some way for them to stop having mental breakdowns every week, and it's probably not just going to stop on its own.
Yes. Just want to read the next page of the webcomic. I understand that you're going through emotional trauma. But as a consumer, not as a human being.
But as a consumer, the person paying you to do a job.
Yeah. I would really like to find out what happens next in the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, very selfish. It comes from a very selfish part of my brain.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever... It's happened to like 4 webcomics I read. Now, granted, I don't subscribe to every Patreon of every webcomic.
Yeah.
But recently, a webcomic I read just went on indefinite hiatus. And it's like, come on.
Why?
Why
me? Why is the world stacked against me specifically in the webcomics that I enjoy?
It's so... Well, it does feel like there's some sort of webcomic assassin that is stalking me and just ruining the things I love.
Yeah.
Sure feels like that sometimes. Oh my god, the worst. It's one of my webcomics is in this weird, like, what's it called between heaven and hell? It's the Purgatory. Thank you. It's in this weird purgatory where before it was like comic book style panels, right?
Yeah.
But then to like they have basically been complaining about carpal tunnel esque injury to their hand for it feels like at this point years, but it's probably been a year. And in the middle of this chapter, they switch to doing this style where it's like a paragraph of text and then an illustration.
Yeah.
And then a paragraph of text and then another illustration. And I cannot be bothered. I just don't read books anymore, man.
This is not your bag of tricks.
It's just not... I'm not reading this Okay, this webcomic is telling a fine story, but that is not why I'm reading this webcomic. I'm reading this webcomic to see this person's absolutely phenomenal artistic ability.
Yes.
Like, both in making hilarious facial expressions and also spooky shit.
Yeah.
Just truly phenomenal artist.
You like the comic, not the words.
Even the words sometimes, like the story is decent, but we're also in the middle of a flashback or a prequel session.
That's
the
a
current
funny
story.
I read stuff online about One Piece sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And one of the big things I see is like people always complain about like the flashbacks.
Yes.
And I never felt that way. Like a big one that they complain about is like the Kagura and Noland flashback in the middle of Skypiea, because a bunch of people on the internet are like Skypiea is a useless arc anyways because nothing in the like meta universe happens. But also,
is that true?
I mean, technically nothing in the meta universe happens in the specific Skypiea arc.
Fucking incredible fight between Luffy and
Yeah.
I know.
But like people are like nothing happens in the meta universe and the arc is like really slow, and then there's like I think it was one of the longest flashbacks of the time was Noland and Kagura. It was I think 10 or 12 chapters, something like that.
Woof.
And like I just never, now granted I wasn't watching it coming out, right? So I didn't see like, oh, and it's another chapter of Skypiea, another chapter of Skypiea in which characters we just met all die or whatever, right? But like I feel like the flashbacks are like an integral part of the journey, and not having the flashbacks would be more annoying, because then you don't know anything about the characters or why they're doing things or like why they're that. I don't know.
Sure. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's not a part of the story I'm interested in right now.
I guess, yeah.
Right? Like if I was more involved in the whole story, yes. But like, and I just like,
you just don't care about Soldier-san at all.
Yes, I don't know who that is.
In Dressrosa? Heroes?
Oh.
Yeah.
The one I really like is fucking Kid's backstory. I love all those flashbacks.
Kid?
Where he's like in his like background with Flamingo?
Go Flamingo? Law.
Sorry,
yeah.
Not Kid.
Sorry,
Law.
we haven't seen Kid's background yet, so yeah.
That's why you were confused. Sorry, Law, Tropical Laws.
Yeah.
Laws
flashbacks is really good.
Oh man, those flashbacks.
I think that is now actually the longest flashback.
Those flashbacks. Yeah, those flashbacks slap though. I love those.
Yeah.
That's because it's about a character I fucking love.
Yeah,
Law rules.
So good.
Law is so cool, dude.
But I don't know. I really like Nolan too. Like a lot of the characters in One Piece are pretty good.
Yes, that's true. But some of them are better than others.
Law is better than others, you're right.
Oh, absolutely. Are you fucking kidding me? Law is like one of my favorite One Piece characters.
Yeah. Trafalgar D. Waterlaw. He has a middle name.
Yeah.
It's none of the other characters have middle names.
Luffy?
No, his middle initial is D, but he doesn't actually have a middle name.
Oh, it just Law's middle name happens to start with D.
No. He has two middle names.
Oh.
He has the middle initial D, which nobody knows what the D stands for.
Right.
Yeah. And then Water. Trafalgar D. Waterlaw.
Oh, Water is... Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that Waterlaw is his actual...
No, his real name's Law. Okay. And I think that's... No, it says Trafalgar Law on his one poster.
Sure.
Yeah. It doesn't say Trafalgar D. Law.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean... It doesn't mean anything yet, so that makes sense.
I mean, it kind of meant something in the story because Doflamingo knows what the D means, and he finds out in the Dressrosa arc that he has the middle initial D.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I don't remember that. It's been a long time.
It's fair. Do you remember when he shot him with lead bullets?
Yeah, that was sick.
Okay. Also, I can't remember if that happens before or after the flashback because I feel like. I don't know, I just always remember Law being like, fuck, shot me with lead bullets. And then me being like, what? It's just like the weirdest, like, wait, what? Why does that matter?
Well, because lead is a poison.
Well, yeah, it's a reference to the white lead disease that Law had, but
yeah.
But
also, just normal lead is also poisonous.
Yeah.
One Piece is so good. I can't wait to watch it again.
I can't wait until...
There's so much stuff, though. God, I feel so bad because I've forgotten so much of it.
we'll just restart from the beginning.
No.
I heard Chris wants to watch it, too, so
no.
we can watch it with
You
him.
can watch it with Chris. I will not watch the beginning of arcs of One Piece just ever again.
I know.
Because it's so slow. I might watch
Alabasta?
Ooh, no, maybe. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to watch any of them, but I would watch Syrup Village and Alabasta again. I really don't want to watch, what is it? That's the spooky arc.
Thriller Bark?
Thriller Bark. I don't want to watch Thriller Bark again.
I thought you liked Thriller Bark the first time.
I do, but I can actually remember most everything that happens in Thriller Bark.
Yeah.
And when I've gotten to that point of a story, I don't want to... If I, know already if I'm not going to be surprised, or,
You don't want to be the person that can recite every single line in the episode.
That's correct.
Okay.
For most media property.
Yeah.
I can do that with JoJo.
Anyways... I know what you're about to say.
Oh, man. It's also just not the kind of brain I have.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
More people should play Wolfstride. Just
fair.
Blanket statement. That game owns. It's fully voice acted. If you like RPGs at all, if you like mechs, the game owns. Game slaps so hard.
There we go. There's the slapping noise I was trying to make. Anyways. My closing thought is, since I took tomorrow off, because of using vacation time, I don't have to wake up at any point tomorrow, and I don't have to turn an alarm on. So
it's a nice feeling, isn't it?
What?
It's a nice feeling, huh?
Yeah. Stay up as late as I want, which is probably going to be 2 a.m. instead of 1 a.m. But
Yes. But then when you go to sleep, you're going to go to sleep so satisfied because you know that you can rest easy.
Yeah.
You can just go to sleep. You don't have any obligation to wake up at a certain point.
Yeah. Though I should wake up before pre-release.
Saturday one or the Sunday one.
Yeah. Well, I'm meeting my significant other Friday one. Yeah. Also, I can't go to the Saturday one. I work.
I mean the Sunday one, but yeah.
The Sunday one I work. Yes.
Just take more vacation.
Oh no. I'm in Delton so long. I feel like I'm gonna be out there, and I'm gonna be 6 plus 7. That's 12, right? Yeah. You want to hit that 12, and then you give them a mate and be like, yeah, that's 21. Cool. Keep going.
Pay it out.
Yeah. Pay it out. Pay it out on free bet blackjack.
Yep. Night, everyone.
Wait, that actually is 21. Fuck. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh my god.